Yeah, I'm doing this in my bed. Lazy vlog time. So the first thing that makes me nerdy is, of course, books. We would not be here today if I didn't like books. And I have been slacking lately in the reading department, which is sad. But when I was younger, you know how on test days your teachers would be like, okay, who's still working on their test? And then people would raise their hand and then they would give you more time to work on your test. Well, I would finish my test and then I would start reading a book. But when teachers would ask who's still working on their test, I would raise my hand so that I would have more time to sit in the quiet and read. Another thing, which is kind of related to that, is fan fiction. I love fan fiction, and I have been reading fan fiction for so long. Hank Green says that nerds are allowed to be unironically enthusiastic about stuff. That is the thing that I am really enthusiastic about, is fan fiction. Okay, example. The reason I started reading Harry Potter as opposed to watching the movies was because of fan fiction. That sounds really weird, but I started watching the movies and I started reading fan fiction because I liked Ron and Hermione and I wanted to read fan fiction about them together. And the fan fiction would always be about the books, and it would mention people like Lavender Brown and Sirius Black and people, Cho Chang. I would be like, I don't understand what's happening. Are these original characters? Are people just making this up? Yeah, and so I decided to read the books so I could understand the fan fiction better. Another reason why I'm nerdy is because in order to remember things like numbers, I find a way to relate all the numbers to each other using math equations. I've done this for a long time. A specific example I could give you is my phone number. I am not very good at remembering phone numbers, which is why I have the equation thing. The last four numbers of my phone number is 2753. And when I first got it, I could not remember that at all. So I had to think of a way that I could relate all of the numbers to each other. So all the numbers are going to have 2. So it starts with 2. And then 2 plus 5 is 7. And then 7 minus 2 is 5. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So 2753. Oh, okay. And my last, and I think the thing that makes me nerdiest, is my want to be a nerd. As the Vlogbrothers have said, if you want to be a nerd fighter, then you are a nerd fighter. So it's my want of being a nerd that makes me so nerdy. The fact that I want to seek out quirky, nerdy stuff. That is, more than anything, the thing that makes me a nerd. And my glasses. I've always had glasses. My recommendation for the day is to watch nerdy things like Star Trek and Doctor Who and Torchwood and Harry Potter, is to be nerdy.